Get to the chopper now! Let's check out something crazy today. I have seen my share of different kind of products when it comes to RC, or rather I've seen a lot of them, from really cheap stuff to really expensive products. However, this is something completely different. It made me really exciting. This is from the company Gear2Play, the RC bumper cars. Come on, bumper cars, I personally love them from the carnival. And now we have the one in RC mode, comes with 2-player configuration, let's say, of course, the cars itself and 2 different remotes. Man, I wish they released something like this many years ago. However, I must point out is that when it comes to the RC bumper cars, if you're going to be looking on AliExpress, for example, you will see a lot of different models. And I think that is interesting because these Gear2Play were really cheap to buy. I've picked them up on the Action store because they're selling a lot of those, let's say, very budget affordable RC solutions. But the question remains, how is it? How does it work? And is it even any fun? But let's do a quick unboxing, because this is a very big package actually, having 2 different RC cars. It's not actually the first time I've seen it. I think on the local, let's say, supermarket now they are selling these really affordable cheap cars. But they sometimes they do have like this dual package combination, but it's quite rare. But of course with bumper car it makes more sense. So, and I already mentioned that there were only, let's say, different, we have like different kind of variations. And I must say that some of them on AliExpress are way more expensive than this particular one. So the price point, I think they were like around 50-20 bucks for both of them. So I think that's pretty freaky cheap if you ask me. And yeah, the packaging itself, oh boy, man, it's going to be a nightmare unboxing these things. The manual is just very basic, where you need to put the batteries in, but how the overall configuration works is nothing explained in here. But I can tell you how that actually is. So what is interesting is that every single time, if you're going to be powering on each of these, let's say, plug and play devices, it will synchronize with the remote. But when it comes to, let's say, the batteries, I must say that we do have 2 different options. The biggest difference is the A-Force and the rechargeable GP ones have different voltages. And I've noticed with these, let's say, smaller cars, we do not have like a negative effect on that, or at least it's not really noticeable. So I've actually used both of them at this point, and both are working fine on these, let's say, tinier RC cars. The configuration is quite simple. At the side we do have these buttons. If they're going to be getting clicked in, the spring underneath the character will actually make the character itself jump. But the problem is with this, I must say the configuration of these sliding, like they're just sliding into 2 pins. I can tell you that everybody was actually struggling with this in the beginning. It's kind of weird, but that's it. Like, it sits loose, and I think that's an overall little bit of a bummer, because where the overall construction is super simple, the major problem I'm having, these things are just slided in. There's no clicking mechanism. So if you're going to be bumping your car into something else, randomly those characters will file out. So all of these things do I find in local shops will work on normal batteries. And I think that has to do because of batteries have like a certain age that you can actually store them. And maybe these, let's say, RC cars are produced many years ago. And of course, I think there were some regulations if you're going to be putting batteries inside of these things. And it makes them more expensive to actually buy or sell and buy them. But overall, this is like not a big problem, because these things are quite tiny. They're like really powerful and they work quite great. So both will need a couple of batteries. So we need to have like a quick stock with, let's say, AA and AAA batteries to put them in both of the pieces of equipment. I'm just going to be using, let's see, some simple ones. I'm going to mix them up. Do I have another battery? Let's see, do I have another battery? No, I do have like the same one. Let's put 2 A-Forces. I really don't like to mix them up. They're still slightly different because they're like old and new brand, but they're the same brand, or at least they're A-Force, but different labels. But let's put this thing back together. Let's turn it on. There we go. So now it's actually searching. Then I'm going to then we're going to be configuring this to the red car, and there we go. It's kind of funny. You can actually configure the red controller to the blue car if you want to. But it did make me wonder, like, can we actually use multiple cars? That would be really cool to have like 4 of them. Let's put the character in and just let's play. Let's have some fun.
Hey! centimeter meer vechten van. Ja. No.
Ja! Oh ja, plastic.
Die wordt
Die telde niet. Hij zit vast.
Ik denk dat hem precies op die gele rand moet raken. En dan vliegt hij eruit. Ik denk het.
Zo staat klaar. Op de bunking.
Ja.
Kom op, fight!
Oké.
Zo, dit is er allemaal weer af. With a bigger arena, you can see that this is going to be so much more convenient if you're also going to be having multiple of these RC cars. The unfortunate part is that I did notice if you're accidentally bumping your car into something else, your character is just going to be laying on the ground somewhere, like this. This is such a freaking annoying thing. So, you know, the overall fun effect can be better if they did something about, let's say, that the character itself will stay in, let's say, with a locking mechanism inside of the RC car. And this way we have like only the effect that it's going to be like shooting out of it, like the picture says. It's quite unfortunate. I think it will a little bit spoil the overall fun of it. But the RC car, maybe it would be fun if to check out some more versions. They're like really fast. They have a nice grip with the rubber wheels. And the overall configuration is not bad itself. Thank you all for watching. Join me here on the channel for more RC fun. And it would be great to see you in the next video with maybe some more RC cars, helicopters, or something else that is RC. And it would be great to see you in the next one.